You've been in this thing for a minute now. So talk about Jim Jones of 20 years ago, Jim Jones today. Have you noticed anything different in the music industry? Have you tried to do anything different with your sound to keep up with the way the industry is headed?
Oh yeah, the industry has changed tremendously from when I started. There wasn't no social media for one.
Yeah.
When I started in 2003 with my first deal, and even before that, when Cam started with his deal. So these kids got a bit of advantage when it comes to marketing and promo that we didn't have. They had access to a lot of information that we didn't have. A lot of people say it works against us, but I think it works for us in watching the way that these kids work in the present day and things like that. I've learned a lot from them, from how they carry their music, from how they sell their music, and from how they market and promote their music. Us as being here for so long, we tend to get caught up in our dinosaur ways from yesterday and how
Yes.
they carry artists, but that's not
Yeah.
the way they carry artists today. So there are platinum artists that have their nose up because they're big platinum artists, but that don't count in today's society. They don't carry it the same way. So what I've chosen to do was always chose to try to reinvent myself, but not to the point where I'm chasing, but there's a medium that I reach because I always want to teach these kids, but I always want to learn something also. So, that and with reinventing yourself, you got to be willing to be disciplined to know what direction you want to go in when it comes to reinventing yourself. You know what I mean? One of the things I credit it do is the gym. The gym is one of the biggest attributes to me being able to sustain this long in the game. Sustainability is a motherfucker.
Hmm.
Jim, let me ask you this. And I hear this a lot, especially in music. And I see this in television and entertainment, actresses. It's like, man, every record that he put out, it sounds the same. Okay, he does something different. Man, he don't sound like the old guy. He don't sound like he used to. Okay, an actor, actress, they try to do a different role than what we're used to seeing. Man, I like when he did that. I don't like this new. So you want the guy to change. You want the individual to change and give you something different. And when they give you something different, you say they don't sound the same and you don't like it. So how does someone win? Now, the person that I have the utmost respect for and what she's been able to do is Beyonce. Beyonce is as big as you can get in one genre. And she says, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this. I mean,
And
it
take
takes some
over another.
chutzpah. It takes some guts, Jim, to do that.
I mean, she like Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan left the NBA, he went to the NBL, the Major League, and
Yeah,
MLB, the Major
he
League, to
tried
play
to play
baseball and
baseball.
things
Yeah.
like that. Like, he had to have a lot of guts, you know what I mean? Like same with like Dion when he was playing football and playing baseball and being successful at the same time in both of them sports. I mean, and that takes a lot of heart. I haven't seen anybody else do that successfully the way that Beyonce has done it. So I tip my hat to the barriers that she continued to break inside of this music industry.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, what you think right now about the state of hip hop, where it is right now? How do you feel about it, especially with the young dudes, with the sound now? Obviously, I think when it comes to rap in general, hip hop in general, I think the sound changes every 10 years. How do you
Right.
feel about this era of hip hop right now that we're in? Do you like
Well,
it? Have you embraced it? What?
I mean, in my opinion,
Yes,
it
sir.
doesn't matter because I had my time where we were dictating the sound of music and
Mhm.
we had a ball. And there were older people that was hating on the time that we had and things like that. I encourage these youngsters to be as creative as they can. As long as it's connecting with their crowd and the people are singing your shit and they going to your shows, then who am I to say I don't like that music when they out here
Right.
spanking shit? You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
did like so it's like you gotta stay true to yourself, but find your rhythm in the mix of what's going on. Else you're gonna be lost in the sauce, or you're gonna be looking like an old dude, or you're gonna be looking like a has-been, or you're gonna be, you understand? I'm not into that. My energy ain't for that. You heard? If I'm gonna be a contender in this game, I'm gonna play at the top of my ability to play. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take no shortcuts or nothing. I'm in it. That means I gotta contend with the younger boys, I gotta contend with the older boys. So that means I gotta come through stepping. They only respect violence, and not to say violence, but you know what I mean. Like they gotta see that shit. You dig? And
Right.
while I'm in the game, I'm gonna show them that shit. Like people don't get it twisted. Like I'm a man of many different things. Like my rapper hat is one hat that I wear.
Right.
But if I'm rapping and I'm in it, I'm in it. What's up? I'm going against all odds and what I gotta do to maintain be a contender in this game and keep feeding my family and making the money that I make off this. You know what I mean? I think people get that twisted when they see me talking and popping my shit and shit like that. That's just one character that I gotta put out there for y'all to eat up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm
How did
Matter of fact, hold on.
go ahead, Ocho.
I'm gonna let you go on. I saw some comments. I saw a clip about you know, and you and Push. I'm not sure if you and Push, you know, got any type of beef or whatever. I just saw something about you talk about the Ace Trumpet. You didn't like the album. You didn't like the song. You know what he raps about is not
I don't
believable.
got I don't got no beef with nobody. You heard?
Right, okay.
I'm
I'm just asking.
half of it is my opinion, half of it is
Right,
me bending the algorithm, half of it is feeding into people's simplicity because
right.
the social media is for that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And like
Yes,
I
sir.
said, I'm a rapper in this game. It comes with the territory. You got to
Right,
be very competitive. It's a very competitive sport, and you better have some thick skin. I ain't say nothing. I want to hurt nobody or do nothing to nobody. Everything
right,
I've been talking about been strictly about the art of war when it comes to the music nowadays. Now, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it would have been a different outcome of what I was, you know what I mean? What I was projecting,
right.
but I'm not on that. And I think a lot of that gets twisted in with the Jim Jones of today and things like that. I ain't got no problems with nobody. I ain't got no ops, no nothing.
Right.
And it's parts of me that I've been working on every day. So sometimes I talk way too fast than I should. You heard, but it's part of the game. I don't care. You dig? I hate it or love it. I'm gonna turn it into a victory for me.
Yes, sir.
Check this out, Jim. It seems to me since this past summer, past last summer, when Kendrick had that diss, it seems like now people are just like, hey, we saw the success that Kendrick had, got 5 Grammys, he hosted the, halftime show at the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. We see a lot more dissing going on. Is that where we're headed now?
Shannon, where you been at? You don't remember Tupac? You seen the success that Tupac had?
Yeah, but look,
You see the success. What about Kumo? What about
Kumo
Kumo D
did
and LL
LL.
Cool J?
Yes.
This is a competitive sport. The rap is built on that. So
Right.
Kendrick and Drake having what they have was no surprise to the rap industry. I mean, people look at it as something, but this is what the art of rap is about. It's a very competitive sport, and you got to be ready to be on top of your game when it comes to that. So if you put something out, you got to be ready for the same energy to come back at you. That's what rap is about. Some people don't go down that lane. Some people go around that lane. Some people go right through it. I'm one of the people that go right through it. Win, lose, or draw. I keep the same face.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on, Jim, bro, I'm not looking for you to come at me. I put you on, remember? I used to have you on I used to tour with me. You used to open up for me, bro. You remember that, right? When nobody was booking you, you remember that, Jim?
You heard this song? You heard this saying when idols become your rivals. That's what the rap game is about. Did Allen Iverson hesitate to shake Michael Jordan up when he got in the NBA?
Yeah, he
No.
crossed his ass up.
Okay, because he was on another team. That might not stop the love he had for Mike, but while we on this battlefield, my team got to win, and I'm willing to kill anybody that's in front of me for my team to win. And that was Allen Iverson's attitude. You got to understand what happens when you come into this game. Your idols become your rivals. There's no passes when we on the other team. We meet you at the party. We can laugh, pop champagne, but right now, while we on this field, while we on this court, I'm coming to scrape shit
Now
up.
we can't pop no more champagne. You got people laughing at me, and guess what? They playing in the football game, they playing in the basketball game, not like us. Oh no, we can't pop no champagne after that, Jim. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna close the club down. Hey, if he coming, I ain't coming.
I mean, but I just told you that's what it is. It's competitive sport now. You gotta it got different levels to it and things like that. But that's what this was built on. You heard? So it's sad that they got to go to such lengths when it comes to artists getting at each other when it comes to the music. But what you project is what you're gonna get. So just have that same energy you put out there, because somebody coming right back at you with that same energy sooner or later.
Well, let me ask you one more question, Ocho. So are we gonna get some new music? Because we saw you and Cam kind of going back and forth. Is the Dipset coming back? Y'all gonna link up together and give us some new music? Yes or no?
Right now, I'm worried about myself. Dipset is always Dipset. The birds still fly high. I've been having a bird on my back for the past 15 years when nobody was worried about it. You think so? That's gonna go. But right now, I got to worry about me. I got to worry about my endeavors. I got to worry about my business. I got to worry about my family. You dig? I've done a lot for diplomats where it did me nothing at the time. But right now, where I'm at in my life, what works for me and what I'm worried about is myself. I can't tell you what the future may hold or what the future may bring. I'm not taking nothing off the table. You dig? But right now, it's about Jim Jones. And yeah, I am a diplomat owner.
Bet. Go ahead, Ocho.
I like that. Listen, you took the question I was finna ask, and I think you know what? History repeats itself, Jimmy. History always repeats itself, and most of the time when history repeats itself, it comes back even bigger and better.